Welcome to the Visionaries Champions of Industry series, where we delve into the lives and minds of remarkable individuals who have shaped the business world. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Said Charles Kiwan, the Regional Director of MVP Tech, and now acquired by Convergint Middle East. Through the lens of innovation and engineering, MVP Tech has been at the forefront of revolutionizing the security and IT systems integration industry since its inception in 2003. A very warm welcome to you, Said. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you, Mina. Thanks for inviting us, and good morning to you.
Thank you for coming over to our studios. I mean, it's been quite a journey for you. Can you just share what really inspired you to establish a career in the security industry?
So I was fortunate in that I graduated during the period of sort of the dot-com boom. It was the late 90s. I started my career in wireless and satellite communications. So I was always drawn towards the field of tech. A couple of years working out of Washington, D.C., I was flying in and out of the region. Eventually, I decided to make a move over here, and I saw a huge opportunity when it came to Homeland Security, and that's really how I got into the industry. I kept some contacts back at home in the UK, in the US, in Europe, and I started representing some of these technologies, and I decided that, that was the field that I was going to stick to.
Perfect. And how has your journey really evolved?
Look, from inception, I really wanted to start differently. I wanted to build a very solid engineering base, which was a little bit unusual in the region. It was more about sales and marketing. My idea was really to transfer knowledge and know-how into the region. It was tough at the beginning because we were trying to build an engineering base. We were trying to bring in, attract some of the best talent. But over a period of time, it really paid off because we started executing some really complex projects, and we started gaining quite a good reputation in the market, and the business just grew.
Yeah, and as you said, I mean, you've experienced some very remarkable growth in the last couple of years. Could you maybe highlight for us some significant, let's say, moments that have really led your company to a leading position in this industry?
So there's a few personal moments that really are dear to me. I'll run you through maybe two or three of them. The first one was back in 2006, 2007. We introduced a brand new technology into the region, which was ANPR, automatic number plate recognition. And because it was a new technology, we approached a very famous chain of hotels over here, and we were given the opportunity to trial the systems in one of the hotels. And I remember the CEO at the time said, if you guys deliver what you say you can deliver,
right,
we'll give you the rest of the properties. So that was one major turning point for us.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, it's a good deal. So we did deliver, and good to their word, after 6 months, they actually gave us the rest of the properties, and that sort of introduced us in terms of sort of complex tech.
Yeah.
I'd say the second major sort of winning factor for us was, from inception, the company was always based on IP technologies in a world where at the beginning it was all analog. That was another big bet that we took, because all the major contractors were working with analog systems. So we were the first company to get a IP-based system approved by Dubai Police over here at the time when they had written the technical specifications around analog. So that was huge for us. And then finally, our biggest moment of all, I would say, is Expo 2020. And when we were awarded the subcontract for the entire Expo 2020, and we delivered that. And that was really challenging given the COVID circumstances and how 2020 was postponed. So we were really excited about that.
I mean, Expo played an important role in numerous, I think, companies. What really sets MVP Tech apart from, let's say, other system integrators? Because I wanted to ask you, how do you really see that role of the private sector initiatives that you have and supporting the national security efforts throughout that?
Right. So the most obvious point that I would sort of highlight about MVP is the fact that we have one of the largest engineering bases. We've got about 250 people in the region, currently recruiting another 40. So when it comes to large enterprise, complex projects, multiple subsystems, I really think that we're market leaders. Again, 80% of our colleagues today operate in the tech aspects of the business. So I'd say that's one major fundamental difference. The second one is we have probably the best colleagues in the industry. Businesses are built around people, and we're an engineering company, and really our most valuable assets are the people that are with us. And then finally, I would say is the references, the type of customers that we serve. We work across so many different verticals, including the government. When we talk about government in particular, what they're really looking for is not suppliers. They're looking for partners that can help design and build and really partner with them
and be creative,
to deliver
I
solutions.
think, right?
Yeah, be a little more creative. This is a complex industry. It's a technical industry. And to sort of elevate yourself above everybody else, you really need to be delivering solutions and solutions that provide outputs for what your customers are trying to achieve, including government.
Right. But Said, would you tell us that you've learned something new from that merge that you've done with Convergint?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in terms of the solutions that we're offering now, they're expanding rapidly. We're getting a unique insight into what it's like to operate not only on a regional level, but really on a global level.
Right.
That's the strength of Convergint, the ability to tap into practically unlimited resources.
And you have access now to all of those global resources.
Absolutely. I mean, look, our regions operate very locally and very autonomously, yet we're so well integrated as an organization. And what's also impressive is that when companies get to the size of 9,000, 10,000 colleagues, you often see bureaucracy playing a big role. We still manage to be extremely nimble, extremely entrepreneurial, yet we have systems and processes in place. So it's been a steep learning curve for us, but it's been an incredible journey.
Right. And how would you say you envision, let's say, technology shaping our future in the defense and security industry?
It's interesting. I get asked that question all the time. Look, I would say that it's everything is moving towards automation. And if you ask me where the industry is going, there are two key factors. One of it is the consolidation of information, being able to pull information from thousands of devices, thousands of sensors, being able to marry both cybersecurity and physical security, and ultimately provide a single picture to the users. The second part of it, I would say, is predictive modeling. I think as we start introducing predictive models on many different layers of these systems, not only will we be able to aggregate the information, display it, and really have control on so many different layers, but we'll also be able to start predicting events as we start introducing these models.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and which one of these new technologies excites you the most? Innovations, if
I mean, look, people throw around the word artificial intelligence. I would say AI and the ability to move processes today that are manual into more of an automated process using artificial intelligence, being able to see into the future based on historical data. I think that's probably one of the most exciting things about our industry.
Right, just like the new Mission Impossible movie. They kind of foreshadowed it in a way.
Eventually.
All right, and what do you foresee as the, let's say, main challenge in this industry, and what strategic plans have you maybe come up with to stay ahead of time and just?
Look, I think all industries go through a period of where the base of the industry becomes commoditized, right? You often hear the expression, a camera is a camera is a camera. But the reality is that, there is some truth to that. But to remain relevant and to continue advancing in the industry, you need to continue building your technical skills. You need to be able to work on multiple systems at the same time. You need to be able to move away from the commodity conversation to the solutions conversation. And when we talk about solutions, we're not only talking about hardware, we're also talking about software, applications. We're talking about delivering solutions to real world problems. That's how we stay relevant. We stay relevant by enabling our customers to achieve their goals.
Thank you for the advice, and thank you for coming over to our studios today, Said. It was a pleasure having you, and best of luck to you in the future.
Pleasure was all mine. Thank you for having me.
We extend our gratitude to Said Kiwan, a true visionary in the security and integration systems industry, for sharing his inspiring insights with us today. MVP Tech's journey has redefined the landscape of technology solutions for security, IT, and AI across the GCC, Middle East, and Africa. With you was Mina Vucic, multimedia producer, and stay tuned for more captivating encounters with industry champions. Until then, stay inspired.